Hi, you're here at Supermassive Games. We're about to do a playthrough of Hidden Agenda, which is part of the PlayLink range of games. I'm Will Doyle, I'm the game director on the project.
And I'm Jez Harris, the senior producer.
So in Hidden Agenda we've got two modes, story mode and competitive mode. We have up to 6 players.
How well do you know your friends? Choose wisely. Life and death decisions will be in their hands.
So this is what we call trust questions. So the game challenges you at different points to identify who among your friends is the coolest under pressure, the quickest thinking. There's a whole lot of different questions as we go. And then as you'll see later in the game, the player we choose is given an executive decision on one of the key choices in the game. So we'll see who's come out here. And it's Monica. So in story mode, we're just playing the game for kicks, really. We wanted to get an experience that is a bit like a sort of movie night with a bunch of friends. You're just playing through the story, enjoying it for its own sake. It's a big branching narrative, so it can go in all sorts of different directions, which are controlled by choices. So we need to make a vote for each of these choices, and the majority decision decides. We really want to seize control. We can use a takeover.
Tap the takeover button during a choice to take control.
So to make the decisions, you just simply swipe on your phone. We wanted to make the game as easy to control for anyone, really. So everybody knows how to use a phone, and we spent a lot of time just making sure that the interactions are as simple as possible. So in this is a search, so we have to try and find clues in the world, and we do that just by moving our pointers around and looking for the clues that we can see at the top of the screen.
It's really him.
So this is the star of our show, Becky Marnie. At this stage, she's just a beat cop. As the story progresses, though, she becomes a detective in the homicide department. This is her trying to take down the Trapper. There's this serial killer that's been killing people across the city, and now, just a rookie cop, she's got a lead on him, and they've found him in this house.
Hands up now!
So as we play through the game, every choice will lead to a different branch. Sometimes those branches come back together, sometimes they spiral out into different directions. We have a thing we call the ripple effect, which is each choice you make is sort of like dropping a stone in a pond. Ripples spread out, create different outcomes, and some choices create life and death decisions, as we're about to see here.
Help!
Okay, this decision is down to the friend you chose as coolest under pressure.
It's going to be look after your own. And so that's a fairly momentous decision you have to make there, and that itself has a big effect later on in the game, how you deal with that dilemma. That dilemma, though, is in that one scene, only one outcome. You know, there's other routes we can take that mean we see something completely different.
Wouldn't have seen that dilemma at all. And likewise with the shooting. Shooting is about a group decision again, so it's combat. It's up to the entire group to say, yes, you know what, we're going to pull the trigger on this guy. And if you don't all pull the trigger, then you'll go down a different branch because you won't have shot, and something else will play out entirely.
So this is now competitive mode. So the difference with competitive mode is that we're all against each other in this, trying to score as many points as we can, and that's handled by hidden agendas. So as we play through the game, one of us will receive a secret objective. Their goal is to make that objective come true. Our goal is to identify them. If we can identify them, we'll score points. If they make their agenda come true, they'll score points too.
You've got 5 minutes.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody.
So, Supermassive's perhaps best-known game a couple of years ago was Until Dawn, which was a huge hit. It was a horror game, kind of interactive drama, very cinematic and high production values and all the things that you know about it already. And when Sony started talking to us about the PlayLink initiative, it felt like a fairly great fit for the stuff that we were wanting to do anyway, which was more of a sort of a social interactive fiction style thing. So we've been kind of looking at slightly shorter games and this notion of a movie night that people can play together and kind of shouting at each other and trying to convince each other which way to go.
Garrick using his card there is showing his hand, but you can never be completely sure because it's also, he can try and put the blame onto himself even if he hasn't got it.
Hey, what's going on?
We tried to get something where the scoring for this game is really, really simple. All the way through we wanted to create something that wouldn't have any barriers to entry for people, that anybody could play it. Yet at the same time it's quite in depth, the tactics you have with such a simple system.
Because it's about the people in the room and it's about talking to each other and convincing each other of lies and half-truths.
Stay back.
You also see there one of the quick reaction moments we had, where it's just we had to grab the pepper spray, and whoever gets there first gets to take over.
Hey! 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 Settle down. Take it easy.
We've managed to kind of craft a story that can go in all sorts of different directions, so there's a lot of just natural replayability in it. Whether you're just sitting around this story mode and want to see a different ending, or in competitive mode, just seeing where the hidden agendas take you.
And trying to beat one another, that's it. It is a competitive game.
That's Garrick. So now we've identified who's got it.
Or we think he's got it.
If we all think that it's Garrick, our goal now is just to stop him. So we need to see how he behaves when the critical choices come up.
This is it, guys. Let's resolve the hidden agenda.
Lana, I'm sorry. It's thin soup. You're on your own here, so go to the judge and see what he says.
Please, Felicity.
I'll talk to the police about Adam Jones. Maybe they'll find something, I don't know. But that's all I can do.
Thank you.
Monica.
Unlucky. You weren't identified, but you couldn't complete your agenda.
So as we play through the game, we get kind of more hidden agendas coming up. In each time, it's not always the same hidden agenda, so we don't know always what the goal is going to be. It'll be different all the time, and it's kind of back-to-back hidden agendas all the way through the game. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep an eye out for Hidden Agenda coming soon.
For the players.